Good morning. Mortgage-mike.ca here with you this morning. Today I'm going to speak to you a little bit about the credit score. The first thing that happens when a mortgage broker takes a mortgage application from a potential borrower is we run a credit check. And the reason the credit check is important is because the lenders base their lending decision primarily on what's in the credit check. And what happens when you get a credit check done, there's two different companies that do the credit reporting here in Canada. One is called TransUnion and the other is called Equifax. And what these companies do is keep records for credit card companies, companies like Canadian Tire, Sears, the Bay, the Brick. Any company that would issue a credit card basically reports to these two credit reporting companies, and they keep track of your payment history, how often you pay, whether you pay on time, whether your balance is close to your credit limit, things like that. And these things all affect how your credit is reflected. And the credit reporting companies put a number on your credit, and basically that is called the beacon score or your credit score. And the lenders base their lending criteria on the level of your beacon score. Now, generally speaking, beacon scores can go from anywhere from around 400 up to 900, but I have only seen between 500 and 800. It's very, very rare that you get one lower than 5 or higher than 8. And the higher the score, the better your credit rating is or your ability to get a mortgage. Now the lenders look at this because it's an all-encompassing thing. It is kind of a grade on how your credit is. So it's very important that you have a good credit score. And it's very important that you don't get your credit checked too often. For example, if you need a mortgage and you go to the husband's bank and there's something on his credit report that the bank doesn't like, could be very minor, the bank could reject you. And let's say you go to the wife's bank, which is different from the husband's, and you repeat the process. And there's something again on the husband's credit report, and they will check both the husband and the wife because 90% of the time both husband and wife are going on the mortgage. So they'll see what's on the husband's credit report and they'll reject them again. And they'll be very disappointed because they don't know what's happened there. It could be something as simple as after a bill was paid that the company didn't report that the bill had been paid. So even though you paid the account, could be 3, 4, 5 years ago, it still shows up as non-paid on your credit. Even though that's incorrect, it could be giving you a negative credit score and you could get rejected for your mortgage. When a mortgage broker like myself does your credit approval, we check once, we find out what's on the credit report. If there is something like I mentioned, something that's already been paid off and it doesn't show up as being paid off, we can get that looked after, and bingo, your credit's fine where it absolutely should be. And then we can move forward. We can check a lot of different lenders with one credit report, as opposed to you going to various different lenders and having more credit reports done. Now this also reflects poorly on your credit score. If you're going out and you're getting a new credit card every 2 months to make the minimum payments on your other credit cards, this shows up negatively on your credit score and make it very difficult for you to get a mortgage. So as you can see, the credit score is very important. And if you don't know what your credit score is, even if you don't need to get a mortgage right at the moment, I would strongly suggest that you go to either one of these credit institutions, reporting institutions, Equifax or TransUnion, and I'll have the websites at the bottom of the screen here. You'll be able to copy down the websites and go there. You can check your report for free or a very minimal charge. And then you'll find out exactly where you stand. So if you do need to do anything, get a mortgage or anything where anybody checks your credit, you know exactly where you stand. Now when you get the check done through the credit reporting agencies, they will not tell you your beacon score. Now, I have no idea why they do this, but it appears on our credit checks when we do them. But when the consumer asks for one directly, it doesn't show up. So, anyways, make sure your credit's in good shape. And if you have any further questions about credit checks and your beacon score, don't hesitate to give me a call at 416-576-9566, or you can visit my website, www.mortgage-mike.ca. Thanks for taking the time to view the video, and I hope to see you real soon.